Hi, I'm Ellen Horan, President and CEO of the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm here for this week's Member Spotlight with Dr. Patrick Borja, who is owner of the Spine and Wellness Center. Welcome, Dr. Borja.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good. So I did a little stalking on your website and saw something that I really liked. You had a saying on there, "We create healthy families."
Yeah.
Really nice. So you're a chiropractor, but you're so much more. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah, so that quote, "We create healthy families," is really what we're about in our office. You know, it's a team environment, but our success is all based on how well we get our patients and our clients healthy again. And we have patients from 4 days old all the way up to 96 years old.
Oh, wow.
That come in for different spinal and extremity ailments, disorders, and we try to manage and diagnose and manage them the best we can.
Okay. And it looked like you also had a more full range of service, for maybe focusing more on the wellness side of the equation.
Our office, I started the office as mainly a chiropractic office back in 2000. In the last 16 years, we've grown to include massage, acupuncture, physical therapy. We have counseling, spa services. We have a full gym. We have a fitness center, and we have recently just incorporated a medical doctor within our office as well.
Okay.
So we are a fully integrated, holistic healthcare office now.
Okay, excellent. And you are in Exeter, correct?
That's correct.
Tell us about your decision to open up your own business, your own practice.
I'll try to keep this short. Healthcare is in our family. My father, his 3 siblings are all medical doctors. My mom, her 3 siblings are all nurses.
Okay.
My brother is a chiropractor. He was in school prior to me going to school, and he's the one who convinced me to get out of medical school and go into chiropractic school.
Okay.
And that was the best choice for me. I love the field. So that's kind of where we started. My brother and I went to the same school, so we talked about how we would build up our businesses and practices, and having this fully integrated center is ideally what we had really thought about.
Okay. So your brother's in the business too?
Yes, he's down in Georgia,
that.
and he has an integrated office similar to mine.
So we have plenty to talk about at
A little bit
family
of
parties.
Friendly competition.
Yeah. So a lot of our members, one of the difficulties they have as a small business is being the practitioner, whether it's being the chiropractor, being the painter, being the electrician, when you're working in the business, kind of stepping back and running the business. Is that something that you have found as a challenge as well?
It definitely was a challenge for me, trying to figure out when the best time is to step out or step back a little bit so that you can work on your business.
Right.
For me, I was fortunate. I had a knee injury that took me out for 6 weeks. I had to hire somebody to come in and take over.
Okay.
Because then after the 6 weeks, I was ultra part-time because I still had a lot of issues. And that's when I realized that I did need to step back, and I was able to, and I hired my first associate, and then I just hired my second associate back in July. So I've really been able to step back, but it's a tough transition for a lot of small businesses. They're not sure when to make that step. I was fortunate. I was able to have an injury that took me out.
There you go. So you were forced to make the decision.
Yeah.
And it's also a very hard decision of when to make that next hire and then that next hire.
Yeah.
People are very cautious, I found, in making that commitment to an individual to bring them on. It sounds like you had to really give that some thought until you were kind of pushed into it yourself.
Yeah, I was pushed into it. However, in our office for the past 10 years, I've always hired to stay ahead of our business. I'd never wanted to be behind in business as far as having a lot of patients coming in, a lot of business, and then we're scrambling trying to hire somebody. I always wanted the infrastructure there, so we were prepared for having the business come in.
And that's a hard decision to make. A good one, but hard. A hard one to do.
Yeah, it takes the resources from your business until that grows.
Right. So what are some of the, it sounds like you've got nice growth going, you've expanded your product line, if you will. So what are some of the bigger challenges you have as a small business owner?
as a small business owner, it's finding the quality employee to come in, to fit the culture that we have in our office. It's obviously, with our small business, we're healthcare, we're insurance based, so insurance companies are a little difficult to deal with sometimes. So it's reinventing our office in order to deal with the insurance companies.
Right.
Those are the biggest challenges. I know a lot of people talk about chiropractors and medical doctors not being able to get along. That's not the case. We've built great bridges with the medical doctors. One of the, I guess, best accomplishments I've had in business is being able to have St. Joe's Hospital create a chiropractic department. So they've given chiropractors privileges, and that just happened last year. That was a 3-year-long project I worked on with the hospital to develop this, and we finally got it pushed through. The interesting thing with this is that there's other hospitals around that do have some kind of chiropractic affiliation or department, but there's 5,000, if I get this right, 726 hospitals in the United States. Only about 200 of them have some kind of chiropractic affiliations. So you're really looking at about 3.5% of the hospitals that have this. So it's pretty much in its infancy. So I'm very proud to have this.
Neat.
So I'm working with the hospital currently to really fully develop the chiropractic department now.
Okay, excellent. That's great. Any advice you have for other chamber members or aspiring entrepreneurs? It sounds like you've hit a good balance of being able to manage that, being in the business and working on the business. Any advice for some of your fellow chamber members on what's worked?
There's a lot of advice out there. One is appreciate what you have back at home, because that's the support that allows you guys to go out and run your business and do those long hours. But really, when you go to a chamber event and you're networking, listen to the guys that have been in business. My first few years in the chamber, I was there to network, and I was trying to pass out my cards, and I thought I was going to get the business, but I realized I learned more. It's not about getting the business from the people, but learning about business from the business people that are there. Yeah.
Good tip. I also noticed you have an event coming up, and I think this is going to air right before the event. So April 30th, you're going to do a casino night, and it's a benefit for Exeter Food Pantry and the Exeter Education Foundation and the Empowerment Foundation. Do you want to give a little more detail on when, where?
Yeah, sure. Our casino night does benefit those 3 organizations. April 30th, our office in Exeter, we have 12,000 square feet dedicated just for the casino night. We have a live band, DJ, food, drinks, all kinds of fun stuff. Exeter Food Pantry, obviously, is located in Exeter. It's for families that just need assistance with food. Exeter Community Educational Foundation is just to help with continuing the education throughout the summer for kids, and also to get different things that the school district needs for education. And the Empowerment Foundation is a newer foundation, nonprofit that's up now. And that's really designed for developing leadership skills in our youth. So that's what we're aiming for.
Excellent. I'm always so proud with our small business entrepreneurs, members of the chamber, that are so active in the community and are about giving back. So thank you for what you do in the community, and thank you very much for being a member of the chamber.
It's always our pleasure. It's the community that they support you, and you have to give back to the community.
Good.
So
thank you.
Thank you.